You probably won't be able to identify any of these players on the bench, but the Spurs Summer League roster has a player that I think is going to break out. This is a Lonnie Walker breakdown. Walker tore his meniscus in early October, right before the season started. He was never able to really come back and have an impact on this past Spurs season. But when you look at his Summer League clips, he has a lot of potential. Check out some of these plays. Walker is driving to the hoop with such great athleticism and body control. Watch how Walker is able to use his first step and blow by the defender. Here we have him in the pick and roll, and his ability to get into the paint and then finish with a crafty left hand. This is one of my favorite Walker plays. High points the ball at the rim and then just pushes it in transition. He's a one-man fast break. His speed and transition can drive opposing defenses crazy in the NBA if he's unleashed. This play reminds me a little bit of Russell Westbrook. You know exactly where Walker's going. You can see it coming pretty much the whole play. But his speed and agility and body control is able to get him the bucket and the foul. Here we have another nice rebound and a hard push in transition. The defender has to give plenty of space for Walker to drive because of his speed, and that opens up the three-point shot. Even though Walker nailed that three, he's much more comfortable in the mid-range game. He has good elevation on his jumper, and his mechanics look sound. Walker was able to repeatedly nail long twos against opposing defenses in Summer League. While the NBA is shooting more and more three-pointers each season, the Spurs remain one of the least heavy three-point shot teams in the NBA. This past season, only 3 NBA teams made less threes across the whole season. Here, Walker gets into the lane and elevates for the mid-range jumper. Here we have a transition bucket and a nice pull-up from about 18 feet. Here we have Walker in the screen and roll, and he's able to create space even though he initially didn't get anything from that ball screen. Here's another example of Walker creating space off the dribble. His elevation and his ability to create the space can make him a problem to guard. Check out Walker's defense. He's able to slide with the guard, and he looks pretty good and engaged on the defensive end. It's only Summer League, but this effort is what I really like to see. Switches onto the big, and he battles with him. Even though he gets called for the foul, it shows that he's a willing defender. Walker also isn't afraid to sacrifice the body. Here you can see he sticks his head right into the play and takes an elbow to the face. On this play, he's smart enough to know the scouting report and goes under the ball screen and then recovers and slides with the defender. Buries him under the baseline, and that's a good defensive possession. We have good fundamentals, keeping that arm out, leading to a layup for the Spurs. While Walker is impressing me getting to the rim and shooting the ball, there are definitely areas where he can improve. First, his passing needs to get better. His decision making needs to get better. Plays like this one are going to lead to DeJounte Murray, Derek White, and DeMar DeRozan playing all of the guard minutes. I also think that Walker can develop his left hand a little bit better. When you're facing guys like Rudy Gobert, you have to be able to use both hands at the rim at any moment. I also think that Walker can improve his handle. Check out this play. We saw this one earlier. He splits the double team, but the ball comes up just a little bit high. Let's watch that again. It's a nice move, and it works, but you really want to get that a little bit tighter, or NBA defenders are going to steal it. Earlier I mentioned that Lonnie reminds me of Russell Westbrook, and a little bit of Russell Westbrook means a little bit of ugly basketball at times. Like on this one here, when Walker forces it, even though there's really no driving lane whatsoever. If Lonnie doesn't improve his decision making and ball handling, he might never be able to show his true potential, and that scares me. Lonnie, you need to get in the gym, but first, get in the b-ball film room.